Looking to purchase a new home and not sure if you should rent or sell your existing home? This video is for you. Stephanie Johnston with the Johnston Human Service First Mortgage, and we're going to talk about what you should do with that house you are leaving when buying a new home. I think the main thing here to think about is a customized plan for your situation. Everyone's numbers are going to be different. So one house might make a lot of sense to rent and one may not. So one of the very first things that we look at doing is we're going to take what your house could rent for. So we're going to have a real estate agent in the market or your agent that you're working with run rental comps to see how much you could rent your home for. The piece I think that some people don't always run, however, though, is how that affects the new monthly payment if you were to take the funds out of that home or leave them in that property. So we're going to run you two different scenarios for your home purchase. One, moving the equity from the current home over, or two, if you did a smaller down payment, so you mortgaged a bit more and had a higher monthly payment. Then does that rent off your first home offset the difference or does it not? So some people do look for monthly cash flow on a rental, and the math may be there and the math may not. The other thing to always factor in is what is the home appreciation going to be in this market expected? So is the cash flow marginal and maybe it's not making the most money per month, but you think the upside by holding the property to another time or in the future is better and you can make more money by selling it in the future. Still obviously a great way to build wealth in real estate. But again, we want to factor in what does it look like on the new mortgage payment in both scenarios. And again, the rent on your current. Also, sometimes that property is not going to yield the cash flow that you're looking for. However, it doesn't mean you can't invest in real estate. We could also sell that property, go ahead and take the proceeds to buy your dream next property, and also buy an investment property. So do less down, still the same premise, take the others and buy a different investment property. Maybe it's one in a different town or a different city, a different location, price point. Maybe it's a vacation spot where then you can use it also and then do a short-term rental. All of those things are options if we move and buy different real estate, and we can look at it that way. So something we can math out, show you what makes sense, and give you all the tools to make sure what makes the best financial sense for you to gain wealth in real estate. Lastly, I think that keeping the funds into a property, or even what you can do if you sold the house and just kept some of the cash. One thing right now that we've been looking at bank accounts people have and what you're earning in interest. And people say, well, you're a mortgage person, why are you looking at interest on bank accounts? There's some banks out there paying significantly under market for what they should be paying in checking and savings interest. So with interest rates being high, one of the benefits that we're seeing is interest on just a regular savings account. So you can go in and, generally speaking, even with not huge deposits, just regular deposits, and earn 4.5% to 5% interest on your accounts and have the bank pay you that to then take that and be able to cut checks and help you pay your mortgage payment or just use for other things. I think it's one thing a lot of people don't evaluate because they've just had the same bank account for a long time. If we just did an example, $100,000 at that interest rate, you're gonna have a check come to you per month of $400 a month. I mean, that's just for sitting in the bank account, complete access to it with zero risk, 100% that's guaranteed. So just something to remember, that we want to look at the whole financial picture, where we put our money, where does it make sense? Because the overall goal is financial wealth, wealth in real estate, and what makes the best sense for you to have your money make more money. So hopefully we find this information helpful. If you'd like a customized plan of rent versus sell, we'd be happy to work that up for you guys, or look at all different ways we can invest in real estate and win in the real estate market.